Hi, children. Welcome back. We are in quarter 3, module 2. Once again, I am Miss Marian Jean Waiparan, your technology, livelihood, and education teacher, grade 6. So welcome back. Now, before we start, let us first prepare our materials. So you'll need a paper or a notebook, your pen, and of course, your printed module. So let's start. So in quarter 3, module 2, we are still in entrepreneurship. Now the topic is sell products based on needs and demands in school and community. After going through this module, you are expected to, number 1, sell products based on needs and demands in school and community. Number 2, define demands. Number 3, examine products sold based on needs and demands in school and the community. Okay, so in the proper lesson, it is said, sell products based on needs and demands in school and community. In what's in, we have here an activity. So you're going to answer this one. Write your answer in the space provided. So the direction says, identify whether the following is a need or want. Write your answer on the space provided before each number. So again, you're going to write the word need, N-E-E-D, or want, W-A-N-T, on the space provided before. So in number 1, you can see there a picture showing shoes, sandals. So is it a want or a need? Number 2, the picture shows a bottle of water. Is it a want or a need? Number 3, the picture shows a table with foods on it. Is it a want or a need? Number 4, the picture shows a house. Is it a want or a need? And number 5, the picture shows a bread. Is it a want or a need? Now, you may write your answer in your notebook, paper, or in your module. Let's proceed. Oh, we have still another number. Okay, number 6. The picture shows a car. Is it a want or a need? Number 7, the picture shows clothes. The picture shows a clothes, some clothes, no? Is it a want or a need? Number 8, the picture shows a mobile phone. Is it a want or a need? Number 9, the picture shows a fish. Is it a want or a need? And number 10, the picture shows a part of a meat. Is it a want or a need? Okay, so you may now start answering. Remember to write the correct spelling. So let's proceed to the next part of this module. What's new? Why there is a need to know the needs and demand of every individual in times of pandemic. So children, why do we need to know the needs and demands of every individual? Now that we are having a crisis, which is the COVID-19 pandemic, what are the needs or the demands of every individual? So when the pandemic started, we need something that we cannot go out. We need something with us that is new to us, that is not part of our daily routine before. So, can you guess what is it? Yes, we need a mask. No, mask is not a need before. No, we don't need mask before pandemic. But now that we are avoiding to catch the COVID-19 virus, we need to protect ourselves by putting a mask on our face, washing our hands regularly, or putting some sanitizers in our hands when we go out. So that is an example of the needs of each individual in times of pandemic. What else? Yes, we also need medicines. We need to store medicines in our home. Before, our parents already stores medicine, no? But in times of pandemic, medicines are very, very in demand in the market. Biogesic, the basic medicine that we can get over the counter, like for the cough, for the colds, no? Those medicines are very in demand. So madaling nauubos. So that is a sign that medicines is a need in times of pandemic. Another one is food. Yes, we need food before, and we need food this pandemic. We need to store more foods because we are avoiding to go out regularly, no? We avoid going out every day because we are avoiding to catch the virus outside. And we also need some fruits and other foods that gives us nutrients to help boost our immune system from the sickness or from the illnesses. Okay, let's continue. Now, in the part, what is it? I want you to listen carefully so you will understand this lesson more. An entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, goods, services, and business or producers. Entrepreneurs play a key role in any economy. These are the people who have the skills and initiative necessary to anticipate current and future needs and bring good new ideas to market. So as you remember, children, this was our lesson last module. An ideal entrepreneur desires to establish business that will be able to produce simple products. Starting your own business entails serious hard work. Product research is like a background check for a new product idea. The research process includes checking on similar offerings already in existence and estimating the selling potential of the proposed new product. Product planning is the ongoing process of identifying and articulating market requirements that define a product's feature set. Product planning serves as the basis for decision about price, distribution, and promotion. Product testing is also called consumer testing or comparative testing. It is a process of measuring the properties of performance of products. The theory is that since the advent of mass production, manufacturers produce branded products, which they assert and advertise to be identical within some technical standard. So when you want to become an entrepreneur, children, you have to think first about the product that you are going to sell. If it is in demand in the community, if it is needed in the community, within your community. For example, that we are now in pandemic, mask, alcohol, those things that are not very needed before pandemic are now very in demand today. Another one is the face shield, no? Everyone is selling face shield because it is in demand. You cannot enter an establishment without it. Especially the mask, you cannot go out without it. Now, there are other entrepreneurs that are selling variety of masks. We have the disposable mask, which you can change every day after using. We also have the cotton mask where you can wash it and use it again. No? We also have the fashion mask where we can wear it when we have to go on a formal outing, no? We have that one. So another one is the alcohol. Before COVID-19, alcohol is just in the market. We used it not very often, but we used it on not very often, no? But now that we are in pandemic, we cannot live without alcohol. We cannot eat. Before we eat, we should be putting alcohol in our hands. When we go to church, for the Catholics, before we go to church, when we go to church, before we get the bago tayo yung magkalawat, no? The servers will have to put alcohol in our hands, no? Every establishment has an alcohol before we enter to avoid catching the virus. Okay, so that is the entrepreneur is thinking about the demand first of the product before selling it, no? So there is the product research, the product planning, and the product testing. Product testing is very important because you have to test first the durability, the quality of the product. Next, needs are basic necessities of people such as food, clothing, and shelter. People cannot survive without them. Yes. Nowadays, education and healthcare are part of the human needs. Garment products and real estate products are always patronized. The knowledge of the needs of people help entrepreneurs market their products and services. Products and services are bought and paid because they satisfy the needs of the customers. So yes, this is the very basic lesson, no? The needs of, what are the needs of the human? So we need, of course, we need food to survive. We need clothes to protect our body, and we need shelter. And it is very also true that we cannot survive without them. And also, when we talk about services, we really need education and healthcare. We need the hospitals, we need to go to the clinics regularly to check our health. We need to go to school to learn. And garment products and real estate products are also patronized. Wants are goods that people desire or wish to have. People can still live even without these products or services. Electronic products and entertainment industry fall under this category. Abraham Maslow is a well-known American psychologist. He proposed the different levels of needs in human beings. The basic needs of man are food, clothing, and shelter. He called them basic because it pertains to survival, biological, and physiological needs of people, things needed in order to live. This level had been very helpful to all people. Once the need of a person is satisfied, he or she moves to the next level. So kids, you can really relate to this part because you really want you have something no that you really want, but sometimes our parents um do not buy the things that we want because our parents think about it if you really if is it if it you really need it, or is it just something that you just you just wanted, no? For example, you a mobile phone. Okay, for example, is a mobile phone. You ask your parents about, Mom, please, can you buy me a mobile phone before pandemic? Please, my friends are having phone and I cannot join them because I don't have one. Can you buy me, please? But your parents says no because you don't need it. But nowadays, mobile phone is something that we kind of need, no? Because example is this, we need to have a gadget, we need to have a phone or a computer to be able to sustain our education needs, no? To have a better education, to have a better learning, to cope up with our lesson, no? This is mobile phones are very helpful nowadays. Okay, so as it said, electronic products and entertainment industry fall under this category. What are the examples of entertainment industry? Okay, the thing, other things that are not that just you want a ring light because every time you want to have a TikTok, it makes you pretty, it makes it the video makes it clear, no? So that is an example of a want, kids. Okay, so another one is example, you are asking for an eyewear, or because you want to be like Heart Evangelista, no? That is an example of a want. Okay, you can survive without it, children. No, do not hurry because you can buy those things when you finish study, and when you get to have your own work and pay your own bills. So let us understand our parents if they will not buy the things that we want, no? They just want us to realize how important money nowadays, no? Okay, I hope you got it, children. Now, demands. Demands are a step ahead of wants. It is the amount of interest to a given product that consumers are willing to buy at a given price, at a given period. The basic difference between wants and demands is desire. A customer may desire something, but he may not be able to fulfill his desire. Consequently, for people who can afford a desirable product, are transforming their wants into demands. In other words, if a customer is willing and able to buy a need or a want, it means that they have a demand for that need or a want. Okay, so I hope you understand about the demand. Next is understanding customers' needs and the business environment is a huge interface of customer. So again, understanding customers' needs and the business environment is a huge interface of information. If a market research is done, then the knowledge of the market can be integrated to the target clients, specifically in developing new products, services, and improving existing ones. Having knowledgeable staff sets the business on a competitive edge because it helps the business run more smoothly and efficiently. For example, knowing customers' needs and feedback to develop products or services to ensure that their needs are met. For example, children, when you are in a cell phone shop, um, when you are looking for a cell phone, a sales lady will come to get near to you and ask you, what do you want? Or what are you looking for? Then you will tell her or him that you are looking for a phone that is used for module or for online class. And then he will tell you about phones that are good for online class. No, he will let you choose a variety of phones. That is an example of knowledgeable staff. No, that is very important in business. In order to manage the utilization of knowledge, there is a need to build a culture in which knowledge is valued across the business to retain the competitive advantage and understand the characteristics of the target market. Knowledge of the business can help entrepreneurs evaluate and understand the needs of potential customers and develop products, services that meet customer satisfaction. Since possible customers show different behavior patterns and preferences, such as brand loyalty and the like. So when you have a business, now you have to understand the customers' preferences. For example, in a cell phone shop, when you are one of the sales lady, then you may ask the customer what are the phones that he likes, or is he particular in a brand? Maybe he likes Android or an iOS. No, that is an example of a knowledge of the business. Okay, next. Now, next part, I will show you, it shows the sample products that are commonly sold in school and in community. For example, is a bottled water. Bottled water is one of the most in-demand products in school and community that can provide a solution to the need. Yes, we really, really need water and we cannot survive without water. Of course, with your children, no? When you came from a play or when you came home from playing with your neighbors or with your friends, no? You come home really, really fast because you are very thirsty from running now, and then you drink a lot of water. And if there's no water, what will you feel? You will feel irritated or angry or not in the mood because something is lacking in your body. You really need water to get energy or to refresh your mind and body. Next is used clothing, or commonly known as ukay-ukay business. Offers imported products and sometimes over ones at a lower price. Imagine, these ukay-ukay are important products. Yes, that is very, very 100% sure. You may ask your mom about it because I know your mom or your ate, your tita are really into ukay-ukay, especially that now that ukay-ukay is already in social media. They they sell it through live selling, no? And they will shout like, pamine yours, no? Those are the famous line of online sellers, especially the ukay-ukay in ukay-ukay business. So in ukay-ukay business, we have a lot, there is a lot of important products that are seen or that you can buy in there, but you have to have patience. Because why is it called ukay-ukay? Because you have to ukay it to see the, you can see in the picture that the clothes are in a mountain form, no? So you have to have patience to look for the good quality clothes. And it is sold, yes, in a lower price. Okay, sometimes like G's, no? 10 pesos, 20, depending on its quality. Okay, next is street foods. Yum, your favorite. Street foods such as fish balls, siomai, and assorted kakanin can be sold the whole day and are offered at a lower price. Now, where does street foods can be seen? Of course in streets, but here in our place in Pagadian City, street foods are sold in Rotonda. And we also have some street foods in our community, in our barangay, no? Some are selling barbecues. Those are already examples of street foods, no? Fish balls, tempura, those are our favorite snacks. Okay. Next is baked products such as pandesal, ensaymada, loaf bread, cakes, and other pastries are equally saleable. Yes, these products are very saleable. Everybody eats bread. Everybody eats cake, no? So everywhere that we go, there are a lot, there will always be a bake shop or a bakery that sells bread, because especially us Pinoy, no, we really love bread, especially in the morning. And also we cannot leave, or we cannot have a complete occasion without a cake. So in every occasion there is a cake, my birthday, anniversary, no, there should be a cake. Okay, next next is the face mask. As I've said, this is now very in demand, no? One tool utilized for preventing the spread of disease, germs, and virus, and you cannot leave home or you cannot leave your house without your mask. Another one is the face shield. Now, this thing is a plastic face visors that provide full face protection. It protects the wearer's entire face from hazards such as flying objects and chemical splashes. Now, before, when the COVID-19 virus is very rampant, or the case in our community is very high, face shield is required in every establishment. But now that we have lower cases, we are now in level 2, face shield are no longer required, no? Especially when you are going to supermarket. But when you get inside a bank, face shield is still required. Next is soap and water. Hand washing with soap helps prevent infection and removes germs from hands. This is very important nowadays, especially the soap or the hand soap, no? Next is hand sanitizer. Kill certain germs on the skin. Yes, before we go out, every time we go out, we should always, put hand sanitizers. Rubbing alcohol, natural bactericidal treatment. It kills bacteria but doesn't necessarily prevent their growth. Yes, it just kills the bacteria. So I know that every one of us has an alcohol in our bags. Now we cannot live without it because we always wash since we don't, when we go out, we cannot wash our hands regularly with soap. So in replacement, we can have the alcohol instead. Next is the electronic reloading. This is for prepaid mobile phone. Why is this important nowadays? Yes, because we can, especially when we go out, we go out of town, we need a load um, to access the social media, to access Messenger, no? Especially now that we are using online platforms in online class, in education, load is very, very important. Internet is very, very important. Next, yes, as I've said, TV and internet for new updates and to connect to the people living in other places. Internet is very important nowadays because of these online platforms now that we use in education. TV to update, yes, to get updated from the news and to watch our favorite shows sometimes. Okay, next is Sari Sari Store, a small neighborhood store selling a variety of goods. Now, when we need something, for example, naubusan tayo ng asin, no? Pinapatawag tayo ng mama natin. Okay, please buy me an asin because I am cooking our viand for tonight, no? So we run to the nearest Sari Sari store or we go to buy our favorite food, junk foods, candies, etc. Okay, now let's proceed to the next part. What's more? The direction says, read and answer the following questions below. Okay, what are the products saleable in your school? You may not answer this one. Okay, let's just answer this all together. Okay, what are the products saleable in your school? Before that we have that you are going to school, what are the saleable products? Of course, the very saleable is ball pen, pens, pencil, paper, bond paper, the things that you always have, that are always madaling nauubos because your classmates are always asking, no? Number 2, what are the products saleable in your community? Okay, nowadays, in our community, the most saleable are face masks, alcohol, the basic needs of each household. Number 3, what are the products and demands of people during pandemic? Okay, what are the products and demands? Now, the products during this pandemic, the products that are saleable are face mask, alcohol, basic foods like rice. We need to stack more food so that, as I've said earlier, to avoid going out very often from our house, because in this pandemic, we at most times you should stay at home to avoid getting the virus. And the demands of people, what are the demands? Okay, the demands of the people are mostly our health cares, no? So next, let's have this, what I have learned. Now, I want you to answer this one in your module or in your paper. The direction says, encircle the letter of the correct answer. So I will just read and you answer on your own. Number 1, what is the lesson about? A, buys and sells product based on wants. B, buys and sells product based on needs. C, buys and sells products based on trends. D, buys and sells products based on craze. Number 2, which is not similar to the word needs? A, necessity. B, essential. C, requirement. D, optional. Number 3, Maria gains weight and needs to buy ready-to-wear clothes. What apparel should she buy for daily use? A, cocktail dress. B, swimwear. C, shirt and shorts. D, gown. Number 4, which of the following products will be best to sell in your place? A, barbecue. B, cake. C, milk tea. D, pizza. Number 5, which of the following is an example of needs? A, food. B, appliances. C, new bag. D, jewelry. Okay, now in what I can do part. Okay, you answer this on your own again and write your answer in the space provided in the module or in a separate sheet. The direction says, arrange the jumbled letters to get the correct term or name of the product. For number 1, that is the picture and the rumbled letter. Number 2, yes. Number 3, this is very easy for you. I hope you will write the correct spelling, so be very careful in writing. Number 4 and also number 5. Again, please write the correct spelling. And now let's move on to our assessment. Okay, so please answer this very carefully. The direction says, read the question carefully and again encircle the letter of the correct answer. Okay, I will just read it for you. Number 1, a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses. A, entrepreneur. B, banker. C, manager. D, leader. Number 2, the amount of interest to a given product that consumers are willing to buy at a given price at a given period. A, entrepreneur. B, wants. C, demands. D, needs. Number 3, basic necessities of people such as food. I'll wait for a while. Basic necessities of people such as food, clothing, and shelter. People cannot survive without it. A, wants. B, needs. C, demands. D, products. Number 4, it refers to the goods that people desire or wish to have. A, needs. B, wants. C, demands. D, entrepreneur. Number 5, the blank of the needs of people helps entrepreneurs market their products and services. A, knowledge. B, wants. C, demands. D, needs. Number 6, which of the following belongs to needs? A, new car. B, food. C, extra cell phone. D, internet. Number 7, all of the following are examples of wants, except A, new shoes. B, jewelry. C, laptop. D, clothing. Number 8, which of the following is the is the best example of demands, especially during pandemic? A, alcohol. B, bag. C, books. D, appliances. Number 9, why do entrepreneurs should have the knowledge of people's needs? A, to sell something essential to them. B, to market the right products. C, to gain more sales and profits. D, all of the above. And number 10, blank are bought and paid because they satisfy the needs and wants of a customer. A, products and services. B, school and community. C, entrepreneur and knowledge. D, clothing and shelter. Okay, so I hope you got your answers all correct. Now let's move on to the additional activities of this module. Now the direction says, find the words or products in the puzzle based on needs and demands in school and community. Okay, so I want you to circle the words that you will see in the puzzle. Only 10 words. Okay, write it. Okay, write your answer on the module. Now you may draw on the module. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed and learned today's lesson, and I'll see you again next week for module 3. Goodbye.